Commuters bummed out by the technical glitches and inefficiencies of the rail transport don't think leaving this vital system should be left in private hands. Here again is DJ Suzy with a report.
The head of the National Center for Commuter Safety and Protection, or NCCSP, believes mass transport systems, especially light rail systems within Metro Manila, should not be left to inexperienced private hands. It cited the experience of Metro Rail Transport Line 3, which is owned by the MRT Holdings, a private group that Elvira Medina, NCCSP president, said has no experience in running of trains. This lack of expertise in transport had led to what the MRT Line 3 is now, an ineffective operation that inconveniences passengers. With long lines at stations, stalled trains, disrupted schedules, and accidents that have resulted in injured passengers. Medina compared the MRT to the mass rapid transit system in Singapore, which has FNE lines, all handled by only 2 operators since it began operations in November 1986. The operators have expertise in railway operation and management and also runs bus and taxi services. Medina said the government should not pass the responsibility of operating a mass transport system to private entities. She also cited the experience with the light rail transit system run by the government, which is more efficient than the MRT. The LRT began operations 1 year ahead of the MRT of Singapore. While the LRT now has 2 lines, Singapore's MRT system has 5 lines, all operating efficiently.
It'll be a long debate whether our train system should be run by government or should be given to the private sector to operate. Continuing, still on the MRT and whether it should remain in the hands of the private sector or the government, the present administration is moving towards government takeover of the system. Here again is Damon Sayak with the details.
Department of Transportation and Communication, or DOTC Secretary Joseph Emilio Abaya, has announced that government is moving to buy out private owners of the Metro Rail Transit Corporation, which ultimately holds a build-lease transfer agreement to establish the MRT Line 3. The MRTC is in turn controlled by the Metro Rail Transit Holdings, a group composed of the Ayala Land, Ramcar, Sheridan, Metro Global, Seiko Group, and Emerging. Abaya said the government plans an equity value buyout of the MRTH with an allocation of 53.9 billion pesos. The plan is to buy out the MRTH with the end in view of privatizing the whole operation. Meanwhile, MRTH is open to buyout, but its spokesman David Narvaza said the 53.9 billion pesos is not enough. The amount can only pay for the bonds held by the state-owned development, Bank of the Philippines, and Land Bank, which represents only 80% of the MRTC issued bonds. Narvaza said that contrary to government claims, the MRTC has not been remiss as owners of the MRT3, that it has been proposing the expansion and increase in fleet size. But the DOTC failed to act on the proposals. It now asks the government to work hand in hand with the MRTC in getting a technically competent and financially capable maintenance service provider and the approving plans to upgrade the expansion of the MRT3. Meanwhile, commuters continue to suffer the inefficiencies of the MRT3.
Understanding the woes of the MRT3, its complicated ownership, management, procurement policies is really difficult. But it's clear that the MRT3 is not working efficiently. Whether it's government really taking over or privatizing the whole operation and ownership to a more competent group, government should be resolute and clear about moving forward. Commuters deserve better.